Wicked Part 1, every box office record it broke. Broadway musicals adapted for the screen have a history of unpredictable box office performance. Despite the success of Miramax's Chicago in 2002, which revitalized the genre and earned $306.8 million worldwide, the genre has seen both hits like Universal's Les Miserables, $442.7 million, and notable failures such as Dear Evan Hansen and Cats. This weekend, Universal defied expectations with its film adaptation of the Broadway sensation Wicked, which has grossed over $5 billion on stage. The film opened to a strong $114 million domestically and $164.2 million globally. Here's all the records that Wicked broke in its opening weekend. Biggest global and domestic opening for a movie based on a Broadway show, beating the worldwide opening of 2012's Les Miserables, $103 million, and the domestic opening of Disney's 2014 Into the Woods, $31 million. Biggest global and domestic opening for Ariana Grande ever, Wicked being her first feature tentpole debut. And therefore arguably biggest domestic opening for a pop star, with Wicked besting the first film sold around the likeness of such performing artists as Lady Gaga, A Star Is Born at $42.5 million, Harry Styles, Don't Worry Darling at $19.3 million, Britney Spears, Crossroads at $14.5 million, Taylor Swift, Cats at $6.6 million, Madonna, Desperately Seeking Susan at $1.5 million, and the entire domestic gross of Michael Jackson's The Wiz, $21 million unadjusted for inflation. Biggest global and domestic opening ever for Cynthia Erivo, besting the $12 million stateside start of 2018's Widows. Biggest global and domestic opening ever for filmmaker John M. Chu, mowing down the $40.5 million domestic start of his 2013 Dwayne Johnson, Bruce Willis, Channing Tatum sequel, G.I. Joe, Retaliation, and the $132 million worldwide start of that Hasbro Paramount movie. Biggest domestic opening for producer Mark Platt, besting 2023's The Little Mermaid's $95.5 million, however, its second biggest global opening for producer Mark Platt, behind the 2019 live-action take of Disney's Aladdin at $213 million. Biggest global opening for a non-sequel film for 2024, besting China's YOLO, which opened to $112 million over Chinese New Year, as well as MPA title, It Ends With Us, which posted an $80 million global first frame. Biggest opening ever for a musical feature by Stephen Schwartz, besting Enchanted's domestic opening of $34.4 million. Biggest domestic previews for a movie based on Broadway musical at $19.2 million. Biggest first day for a movie based on a Broadway musical at $46.4 million, besting the first day preview haul of Les Miserables, $18.1 million, and The Color Purple, $18.1 million. Second biggest domestic opening for a musical feature in November, behind 2019's Frozen 2's $130.2 million. Fifth biggest domestic opening for a musical feature ever, behind 2019's The Lion King, $191.7 million, 2017's Beauty and the Beast, $174.7 million, 2023's Barbie, $162 million, it did have people singing and plenty of show-stopping numbers, and 2019's Frozen, $130.2 million. Sixth biggest opening at the global box office for a musical feature behind 2019's The Lion King, $446 million, 2017's Beauty and the Beast, $358 million, Frozen 2, $358 million, Barbie, $356.3 million, and 2019's Aladdin, $213 million. 10th biggest domestic opening for November, in a list that's topped by Black Panther, Wakanda Forever, $181.3 million. Third biggest opening weekend at domestic box office for 2024 at the time of this post, behind Deadpool and Wolverine, $211.4 million, and Inside Out 2, $154.2 million, and ahead of Beetlejuice, $111 million.